So I've been wanting to do this since Street Fighter 6 came out, and I want to do it before it came out and before the trailers came out. So I've been thinking, since Street Fighter 6 just came out like a month or two ago, I've been wanting to do something that I want to put in. So, and that is Street Fighter tier list, which who I want to be in DLC, which if you guys don't play Street Fighter 5, the initial launch, which they did and they fucked up, was 16 base. But in the long span of Street Fighter, the entire roster is now from 6 to a mere 16 to a 45. 45 characters in a roster, which is very huge according to the lifespan, which that's a lot of characters to put in to make up for the disaster launch that Street Fighter fucking 5. But overall, this is a tier list that I want to see to come as DLC. So, with that out of the way, before I need to start out who's gonna be DLCs, go to move you here, 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 putting the characters as already confirmed or already in the roster as DLCs, put you here, who am I missing? Who am I missing? Who is in here? Who is not got a chance to put on the list? Oh yeah, you here. Okay, so 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 characters. Here we go. We got more here. Who else we got? Who are missing? Okay, yeah, that's everyone. Yeah, that's everyone. Okay. What we have here is a list of characters who have not got a chance to be DLCs yet in this game, Street Fighter 6, but who I want to be in Street Fighter 6 in the upcoming DLC. Since, okay, we have top here that characters that must be, it's a high chance that who I wanted to see and must be in the game. There's a high request. And then we got a could be in this list. Characters that could be, it's not high probability, but could be in the list. Then we got no thank you. We got characters that we don't want to see on the don't want to see in the roster. Do not want to be in the roster. And then we got Die in the Abyss, which characters that deserve to be in here. Like, hell no, please no, for the love of God, no. No means no. No. But anyways, let's start off with the obvious of no thank yous. Balrog, Vega, and Bison, which no thank you please. The Saturn bloodlines ended. Move on. But also, we got T-Hawk, who is the first warrior, along with the World Warriors of Street Fighter 2, which could be in, but since we have Lily, I don't think that's a high probability. So, since we got Lily in the roster, I don't think we have a high chance to have T-Hawk to be in it. I doubt T-Hawk will be in the main roster. Now we got another of the World Warriors. Actually, hold on. Let me put the World Warriors here. Well, let's put the World Warriors in a form of Street Fighter 2 that appeared first. Okay, so Sagat, Late Fei Long, Sagat. I doubt he could be in the game, but it's a possibility. It's a probability that we would get Sagat, but actually no, scratch that, no. I think Sagat would never have a high chance in the game, but I would like to see a predecessor. In fact, I would want Adon to be in the game. It's a high chance that Sagat would not even be in the game, but it's a high chance that Adon would take his place and to be the new Sagat, so that there's a high chance that Adon would be in the game, because I definitely want Adon to be in the game because he was my main in Alpha 2. He was my high main in the Alpha game. Aside from Alpha 3, because, oh god. Alpha 3 is fucking garbage. And also, we got Fei Long. I don't know how well, okay. Fei Long is I wouldn't say Fei Long is dying a bit. And I wouldn't say Fei Long is a no thank you. It's not the thing is, it's not that he could be, it's not that he could not be in the game. It's just that it's impossible he could be in the game because the family Bruce Lee just kept the likeness of Bruce Lee hostage. Like he's a man that they don't want. The family don't want the likeness in Bruce Lee to be any part of media, including games. But since we got martial law to be in the game, he could. There's a high probability chance that he could be in the game. It's not a probability. It's not the fact that it's impossible, but it's a high probability that most fans want Fei Long in the game because he's been missed out in Street Fighter V. In most cases, it's been relegated to cameo, and then we got arcade ending, where it's been relegated to just an arcade ending to be just a background character in the arcade mode of Street Fighter 6. And I would wish, yes, we got Jamie in the game, but we want to see the OG record character in Street Fighter 6. Next, we got Evil Ken and Evil Ryu and Violet Ken, which we already explained in the Shadowloo one. That's Shadowloo's done. Sagat is impossible. Okay, I'm going to move him back up here because he could be probably in the game, just not in a high chance like Adon. But for Evil Ryu, that story is done. The Sasori no Hado plotline is done. It's finished. That plotline is not going to come back in any time, anywhere. And Violet Ken, hell no, just let it die. No, Violet Ken is a non-canon issue. He only appeared in Chaos SNK vs. Capcom, and he appeared in the Ultra Street Fighter 2 game, and he is fucking classic. He would not be in the mainline game. No, just never. Never, never, never. Okay. With that out of the way, Charlie Nash, sorry, he won't be in the game due to lore purposes. He's not likely going to be in the game whatsoever. He's dead. He's done. So is Gen. Dead characters are not coming back. Ever. Never, ever. But if the term... Okay, understandably, Charlie's dead. Like, dead. But in the case of Gen, yes, he is dead, but he could be... I want to see someone to take his place. Someone who could... Yes, we got Chun-Li to be the predecessor, but we need to see the OG stance character to be represented in Street Fighter 6 in some way. Yes, Chun-Li is Chun-Li is Gen's master, Gen's student, but we need to see. You know what? The girl from Street Fighter 5. I forgot what's her name. But she could be the new stance character. That's my guess. Right there. She could be the Gen. She could be the replacement of Gen. That's my take, in my honest opinion. But anyways, Birdie, no, please, no. She's not a die in the abyss tier, but I doubt he will be ever making it back in Street Fighter 6 as DLC. No, I don't care for Birdie. Just no. I mean, yeah, Birdie. Eagle, on the other hand, must be. I want Eagle to be in the to be in the roster in the next DLC. I want to see Eagle coming back ever since Street Fighter Alpha. Ever since Street Fighter Alpha 3 specifically. He's not a bad character per se, but he hasn't gotten a big spotlight since ever. And we haven't gotten a pole character in a long time. And speaking of pole characters, I would want Rolento to be in the game. There's a high probability that Rolento will be the new Fei Long in the case of things, because if Fei Long could not be in the game, Rolento could take his place as a Weka character. That's my take. And also the probability of the story purposes, he could be Luke's rival. In my honest take, in terms of story and lore purposes, from Street Fighter 5 to Street Fighter 6, because Rolento missed out on Street Fighter 5. I wish he could have been in Street Fighter 5, but I would love to see him in Street Fighter 6. Guy, no. Sorry, we got Kimberly in the game. I don't think we need two characters that have the same identical move. Just gotta be blatantly honest here. We cannot have two characters that uses the same move. Like, two identical moves. Like, ever. We got Kimberly in the roster. I don't think we need Guy to be in there. Saddam, on the other hand, definite high must be in the game. Like, we haven't gotten this character since Alpha. And we haven't, and background characters don't count. We haven't seen Saddam in the mainline game in years. We haven't gotten him in Street Fighter 4. We haven't gotten him in Street Fighter 5. And this is his chance to be in Street Fighter 6. I did not play him. I think he's mediocre at best, but he is high regarded as a fan favorite, and he slowly missed out in the Street Fighter 5 roster. He slowly missed out. I want to see him in Street Fighter 6. Rose, on the other hand, she could be. It's not a high probability of must be in the game, but it's probably that she could be in the DLC again, just like Akuma. But it's a high chance because that plotline is not going anywhere. Because I don't know if the plotline has gone anywhere from that plotline. If that going to Street Fighter 6 territory. But anyways, Rose, she could be in the game. Dan must. Dan, the OG joke character. He must be in the game, no doubt. He's the OG joke character. He has to be in the game, no doubt. And the Sakura, well, she could be in some way, but there may be a chance that Sakura may be in the game, but I doubt it. I doubt Sakura will make it to the game as DLC again. To be completely honest, I wouldn't mind, but I wouldn't want to see her as DLC again. Armika, no, please. No, Armika, please. It's what changed Street Fighter 5 because of the sensitivity. No, thank you, please. I have mixed feelings about Karen. I mean, she only appeared in Street Fighter 5. It's good to have her Street Fighter 5, but to be honest, no, she did her job. I wouldn't want her to see her again. Gotta be completely honest. Julie and Julie. Okay, this is a fucking person.
12 seconds later.
Junie and Julie. Yes, Junie and Julie. It's a tongue twister. Junie and Julie. They were in Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max. you cannot get them in both the base Alpha 3 games. But if I have to be completely honest in some capacity or some way, I would want them to see them back. Yes, everyone has mixed or critical reception towards the dolls, but I wouldn't mind to see them back in some way, shape, and form. I wouldn't mind if any of the dolls come back, because yes, there's backlash towards the dolls. I have a soft spot for the dolls plotline, just to be perfectly honest, because Junie and Julie has their fan base, and I would want them to see them back in some way or form. In fact, what could be as a game mechanic in some way, I would want them to act them each other like how I see it. Oh yeah, Ginyu. I would want them to see a Ginyu-like gameplay. Or in fact, here's a better example comparing apple to apple. Armika. Armika has an assist type. Armika has an assist that you can call out her partner. I forgot her partner's name. But she has an assist that she can call out her partner to fight with her. That could be the same case for Junie and Julie, if that were the case. And speaking of dolls, I have a soft spot for the Capray. I wouldn't mind her. I wouldn't mind the Capray in Ultra Street Fighter 4, and I don't hate her. Based on her gameplay, I really like her character, and people complain that she's like a Cammy clone, and yes, you can say that, but she has differences between Cammy and the Capray, and I do not want them to be another Cam. I do not want them to be a Cammy clone. I want them to be their own character. Capray has her own move. She has the Psycho Ball, the cuts. She has teleportation. She's her own character. She's not like Cammy. That she's her own character, and I want these characters to come back in some way, to be on their own character and not like Cammy. But anyways, with that out of the way, Cody. She could be. I want Cody to be in the game, but it's not high probability, but it fits. I want Cody to be in the game that it can fit in the world, in the lore of the game, based when this game takes place. Who the fuck are you? I'm sorry. I don't know who's this character. I'm sorry. Who the fuck is Maki? Final Fight 2? I'm sorry. I never played Final Fight, so I got no reference, so sorry. I got no reference of Maki. I mean, she could be in the game, but I got no reference. I never heard anyone ask Maki. So, like, I never heard anyone ask Maki, so I can't give a general reception right here. You know why I can't remember her? Because I fucking hate Alpha 3 Max. I fucking hate Alpha 3. I hate Alpha 3 as a whole. Alpha 2 is way better than Alpha 3, in my honest opinion. So, I can't give a general reception of Maki, so I can't give a good reception on this. Ingrid? No, fuck off, Ingrid. I don't care how small the family is. I don't care how big everyone wants this character. Ingrid can die in the abyss with Violet Ken. Hell no. Hell the fuck no. Fuck that character. No. No. No, Ingrid, please. Anyways, Alex. I have a soft spot for Alex. Honestly, I don't mind Alex. In fact, he could be in the game, just not in the high regard as any of the characters on top of here, but he could be in the game. Dudley, must. He has a high fan base in the Street Fighter core fan base community, and in the FGC. I would want Dudley in the game. It's just that in the case of Dudley in Street Fighter 4, I don't like him in Street Fighter 4. He's just a dumbed down version of Street Fighter 3 version of Dudley. If they give him Street Fighter 3 Dudley in if they treat Dudley properly and give us Street Fighter 3 Dudley in Street Fighter 6, that's more than enough. Yin and Yang, they could be, but the problem is, they could be, but Jamie takes their place, so it's a high probability that they could be in the game as DLCs, but in the high chance grand scheme of things, I don't think they can. And plus, due to the allegations, most specifically used voice actor Vic Mignogna, I doubt Yun will be in the game. And not to mention, Johnny Young Boss voices Jamie, so I don't think he can voice Jamie and Yang at the same time. Ibuki could be in the game. I can see that. She could be in the game. Same high regard as Sakura. I wouldn't want her to be mainly as a DLC, but she could be. Or well, how would he work? How would Oro work in Street Fighter 6? I mean, I could see he could be in the game, but he has his moments, but I mean, he could be in Street Fighter 6, but I mean, he's retired. In the case of he could be in the game, that's more than enough. Necro, high must be. He has to be in the game. We haven't seen him since Street Fighter 3 Strike. Like, I could see him being in the mainline Street Fighter game right about now. Like, I could see him be part of a DLC because we haven't seen him in a very long time. Elena, also a high must be in the game. So is Sean. I would love to see Sean in the game. We haven't seen him in Street Fighter 3 as a main monster. Holy shit! We haven't seen a lot of Street Fighter 3 characters that's exclusive to Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 3, my mistake. To be in Street Fighter 6? Hell! Remy! Q! And, well, okay. Hugo could be in the game. And also Urian. Hell! I would love to see Makoto in the game! I would love to see Makoto as DLC, as a Makoto main in Third Strike and Street Fighter 4. Because I would love them to be in the game! I would love to see Makoto returning in the mainline Street Fighter game since Street Fighter 4. But I would love to see her mainly as a first character, second season of Third Strike. I mean, second season of Street Fighter 6 pass. And then we have 12 or 11. Or no, 11 is Street Fighter 5. 12 is Street Fighter 3. I want 12 to be in the game because if it was 11, it could die in the abyss. If it was 12, he has to be in the roster as his own character, not like Street Fighter 5 where they have the audacity to put him as a random select exclusive character and then put 11 as a Miramax exclusive character. That's like what's the character's name? What's the character's name in Tekken? I forgot what's the character's name, but they can copy what the opponent picks. So if you, let's say, if you pick Jury, the random select, or in this case 11 also picks Jury, which is a mirror match. I don't want that to happen. I want 12 to be its own character. So if that's the case, that's a high probability of must be. If not, die in the abyss. I don't want 11 again. I don't want 11 2.0. I want 12. Now we got Street Fighter 4 characters, which, okay. C. Viper, high probability. Adon, or not Adon, Abel, high probability. Seth, high probability. These are the main 3 characters. The main female character, the main character himself, and the main villain from Street Fighter 4. I would love to see them returning as part of a main roster or DLC of Street Fighter 6. And including C. Viper. I wonder how the drive mechanics work for her. And now we have Abel, which I wonder how he will work in Street Fighter 6, because we already got MMA fighter that is Luke. Since Luke is an MMA fighter, it will work for Abel to fit in the roster as a kickboxer grappler, and a fitting rival for Luke because they're both MMA fighters. So it makes sense to have Abel to be in Street Fighter 6. Anyways, Gouken. I would love to see Gouken to come back in some way, but he's dead, so he put him to no thank you. Rufus, on the other hand, die in the abyss. I don't care what anyone thinks. Rufus can go die in the abyss whatsoever. He's a complete joke, and not in a damn way. He's a complete joke in the most awful way. Like, he is not fun. He is the most obnoxious character ever. I don't care what anyone thinks. Rufus is awful. He is a complete divergent of what the character could be and should be in the character concept of Street Fighter 4. If you guys don't know what the character concept was for Rufus, you see here? You see here? You see here? You see here? This could have been our Rufus! He looked fucking badass! He looks like a Street Fighter character! He looked fucking cool! But what did they give us? This motherfucker! Why? 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 Concept was cool enough! Why you have to change it? Why you have to change it? It's so dumb! It's so dumb! In every way! In every way! It's so dumb! So fucking dumb! But, if they brought him back in some way or form, make him skinny, make him like the concept art, and in fact, I wouldn't mind race spending Rufus. I would not advocate in any media to race spend everyone in race spend already existing characters. But Rufus, on the other hand, I can make an exception. El Fuerte. I gotta be personal biased. I would want the first ever Mexican wrestler to be in the game. I do. I know it's my personal bias, but I would want El Fuerte to be in the game. I know the hate for El Fuerte died down as the years gone by, but I would love to see El Fuerte to come back in some way and form. Hakan. He could be in some way. I mean, he was joked to high heaven. He was joked to hell. He was memed to death with this character. And I wouldn't mind Hakan to be back in some way, but it's not a high tier must be. I wouldn't mind he would be coming back in some way, but it's a possibility. Poison, he's on the same tier as Hugo. She could be in the game. In fact, both Hugo and Poison are background characters in one stage, so it's a possibility that background characters may be coming back as DLCs. I mean, Poison, Hugo, are already expansion pass for Street Fighter 4. Poison is DLC for Street Fighter 5. It could make sense for Street Fighter 6. I don't know if that could fit. I mean, maybe. But there's a high probability. Only. Must. A high definitive must. I would love to see unhinged, unrestricted, unadulterated Akuma version, an overpowered version of Akuma to be in this game. I would not mind to have Oni in this game. In fact, I would love to see Akuma in his peak. I mean, Akuma has the white hair, and we might get a hybrid of Akuma and Oni at the same time. If that were the case, I would love to see that. Laura, I mean, she could be, but she has her moments. She could be in Street Fighter 6 as DLC, but it's not high probability. And she has her fan base. I mean, my god, she has her fan base. And I wouldn't mind her coming back as DLC for Street Fighter 6. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. The cons. No. Poison Fang. No. Just no. No to these two. Funk. No. Okay. I would put Funk in Dying in the Abyss by putting no thank you. Dying in the Abyss, Nikali, Dying in the Abyss, Fang, or Fang, or what the fuck his name is. And besides, we got Aki to take his place, so I wouldn't mind that. And now we got Colleen. I wouldn't mind her to be in the roster. I would not mind Colleen to be as DLC once again, because her playstyle is interesting and her character is a lot more interesting than, let's say, Nikali. I wouldn't mind Colleen to once again to be DLC. I mean, it's not a high wanted, but she could be in the game. Abigail, die in the abyss. And Kage, die in the abyss. Like in Street Fighter 4 interpretation. Okay, there's a difference between Evil Ryu and Kage. I would want this version of Evil Ryu to be Street Fighter 5, but I don't want this version. Hell no. Lose the fangs. Lose the horns. Fuck that shit. And now we got Menard, the first ever puppet character in Street Fighter. I would love her to come back in Street Fighter once again as DLC. I mean, as a fan base, and I can see that. And I would love her to see her once again as DLC, and I would not mind it. And now we got these two, which, no doubt, bring them back. We want to see G, Q, and also Zeku in the game once again. I mean, it fits in the general scope and in the world of Street Fighter 6, and I would love them to see them return in Street Fighter 6 from Street Fighter 5. But anyways, that is my overall tier list of what characters what I want to see to be in Street Fighter 6, characters that could be in Street Fighter 6 but not high probability, characters that I don't want to see in Street Fighter 6 once again, and characters that can die. Rufus can die, Nikali can die, Kage can die, Abigail can die, hell, Ingrid can die, and Burn in the Sun. I do not care what anyone says.